Welcome to Losing Weight with Elizabeth. That's a pretty good video, isn't it? I have that person with me today. Here we have Rose Brown.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Rose.
So good to be here with you tonight.
It's so good to be with you. I just want to say that I know you think that Rose doesn't do a lot of those exercises, but she most certainly does. She puts a lot of 25-year-olds to shame at that gym. So, Rose, you came to me 3 years ago, is that right?
Yeah, just about 3 years now.
And how much weight have you lost?
About 27 pounds.
And what did you ever have a weight problem?
A long time ago I did when I stopped smoking, and then that started the ball. And then I had to lose it. And I had lost it, and then I sort of gained it back. Then I heard of you, so I came back to you for maintenance and for losing. And since I came to you, I've lost the 27 pounds again.
So you lost the 27 pounds, and how long did that take?
This time, about less than a year.
That's less than a year. And so that means you've had it off more than 2 years.
Yes.
Which is really excellent.
Yeah.
What do you think was the first thing that you did that you started to feel like you were moving forward? What was the change? I mean, did you were, because you were obvious, from when you're not smoking, you're orally fixated.
Right.
So.
I think when I came to you, I learned portion control, and the calorie count helped more.
I think the calorie count really does help a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
When you actually start to figure out the calories or something, you can't believe it. Like, that Awesome Blossom is like 2,600 calories. And weren't we just going, yeah, I'll eat that. So, that's just part of the thing. Rose and I went to lunch yesterday, and we really were careful in what we did. When we got full, we not full, but comfortable, we stopped. And there were other people there that are in the program, and so they stopped too when they got comfortable.
That's right.
And that was it was really good to see, because that way you're never giving up your favorites.
No, and that becomes a habit.
Yes.
More so than anything. When you're full, you stop.
When you're full, you stop.
Which you never thought of before. Before you just kept eating and eating and eating, but then, the calories keep going and going.
I learned that a while ago from one of the members. She told me that she just got tired of being full, being stuffed, like at Thanksgiving. I think that's something we should all be thinking about right now.
Right.
Because you just want to try a little bit of everything. And Rose, you told me one thing that I really like is that low-fat Calibro robot. Now, tell me how you make that little dessert for yourself.
Usually I'll just take it and I'll sprinkle a little cinnamon on it and throw in some chocolate chips. And I have my cannoli in a dish.
It's a cannoli in a dish. See, that's the thing is, you don't have to give up your favorite things. You have to figure out how to have your favorite things the right way. And I think that was a big thing, because I never even thought I liked cannolis.
Yeah.
I didn't even think I liked ragout. And then I said, well, Rose says it's good, I'm going to try it.
It is.
And
it's
it
very
is good. I like mine with a little vanilla and a little cinnamon, and that's really good. Now tell me, how has the exercise worked for you?
Oh, we're good. I think I have more, Spunk, yeah.
You got a lot of spunk. Don't think she doesn't have a lot of spunk.
But it motivates you to keep going and going, and kind of wears on your head, too.
Yes, because when you exercise, as good as it is, it's 70% nutrition and 30% exercise in losing weight. So, but when you feel good emotionally, it's easier.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the deal right there.
I think sometimes after you go to the gym, it kind of keeps you going for the day. We go early in the morning, and it kind of slows you down from eating.
Yes.
Somehow or other does to me. I don't care.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I do think it slows you down a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't, because we go out for breakfast once a week after, and none of us can finish our meal.
No.
And it's not like we're getting a gigantic amount of food, but because of the workout, we're feeling,
You feel good.
and and we're careful when we order, but we know what we're doing there.
Right.
And so now, what's your favorite exercise?
Oh, good Lord.
There's not one.
Oh, God. I do love the weights. I like those.
Yeah.
Because I've always done the treadmill
Yeah.
at home and stuff like that. But I do like doing those free weights like we do.
Yeah, see, I think that's a thing that people don't understand is that you really do need to you do need to weight lift. You can go on that treadmill, I don't care if you did it for 2 hours a day.
Right, you're not going to sweat.
You're not gonna, you might sweat, but you are not really building any muscle, and muscle burns calories. It's a calorie burner.
Right.
So that's part of the thing. And so what we do is Rose will follow just what I'm doing to the degree that she can do it. Sometimes it's with lesser weight, sometimes it's with the same weight. It just depends. And so now what would be a great dinner for you?
Me, I like fish, and I like my veggies, and I could do it without the carb. I don't need a potato or anything or a salad along with it. That's plenty.
And I remember you saying that you'd gone on vacation for 3 weeks. You came back, you had lost 2 pounds. This was drinking mojitos. She loses 2 pounds in a 2-week vacation. So it was 2 weeks. 3-week vacation, she loses 2 pounds. That tells you something about when you're, don't diet it.
Right.
It's sort of as simple as that. What would you take to the beach?
I would take my hard-boiled eggs, some fruit, and a mojito.
And a mojito. See, there you go. You're having a good protein, you're having your fruit, but you're also having your little drink.
Yes.
So that makes a big difference. So tell me, what would be, so when you came back and you lost that 2 pounds, were you a little bit surprised by that?
I was.
Yeah.
Of course, I had my buddy who comes to you too.
Yeah.
So it was easy to work with someone.
Yes, it is easier to work with somebody.
And then we found that sometimes at night we would split a dinner because we were too full,
I think that's a really good idea for most people. When you go to a restaurant, we went to a restaurant the other night and the food came in, it was like this gigantic amount of food. And we just couldn't believe how much it was, and we realized right there that from now on you can always order more food.
Yeah.
You don't have to. For some reason, people think I got to order everything right now, and really, in reality, you do not have to order everything right now.
No, they're not going to close the kitchen.
Yeah, they're not closing the kitchen. Oh, we'd storm it if we were still hungry. So anyway, in closing, I just want to ask you, how much better do you feel? I know that you've taken a couple of tumbles, but you never, because, she climbs ladders, paints, and does all that stuff. Don't you think the working out did it?
Oh, yeah.
I think so, too.
So, yeah.
Well, I really enjoyed having Rose here today, and I want you to know that anyone can do it. So I'm going to see you in the kitchen in just a few seconds with Lena. Have a healthy day until I see you in 1 second. Bye.
That was pretty good.
Welcome back. We're here at Cavallo's Cucina with my dear friend Lena, I don't even know her name apparently, Lena Hassinger, and we are making low-calorie calzones today, and
the high-calorie ones, sorry.
Yay! We have the simple ingredients, but Lena's going to show hers first, and then I'll show you mine. Lena?
Okay, first off, let me tell you that we don't make calzones here at the store, but I do make them at home. So when I make them at home, this is how I do it at home. We always start out, obviously, with the obvious pizza dough, the 1 pound actually 2 pounds. 2 pounds of pizza dough. My grandmother used to make more than this all the time.
Can you tell me how many that would make?
This would make 4.
Okay.
So it would be, half pound of dough per.
Okay, so what do you think on calories?
Well, you're looking at just in dough, probably about 200 to 300 calories just in the dough. But the dough is not really the fattening part. It's what you put inside of the calzone. And calzone obviously translates to pants, right?
Yeah.
You know that?
No.
Did you know that? Like pockets.
Really?
Yeah, pant pockets.
Oh, so you can put your calzone
put
in your
everything
pocket.
in the pocket.
Oh, in the
That's
pocket.
pretty much how
Sure,
it's
why not?
just the general translation. So I put out some of the things that I normally put in a calzone. I have some fresh spinach, which is really low calorie, perfect. I got some olives. You got to be careful with olives; they do creep up in calories. I have some fresh mozzarella, very low calories, very low in fat. I
And
have
very
some nice-
delicious.
Very delicious.
Very delicious.
Very. If you ever get the chance to eat the mozzarella burrato, the one with the butter in the middle, it's fantastic. Anyway.
Oh, when you say butter.
With
Let's not
butter
talk
in
about
the
that.
middle.
No, no, it's not really butter. It's like the middle of the cheese hasn't been solidified yet. So when you cut it, it's almost like butter in the middle. So good.
Ooh.
Anyway.
That's for another episode.
Yeah, another
Stay
time.
tuned.
Another time we'll go through that. And then I have some nice sliced chicken breast, another low calorie option. Some nice green peppers, roasted peppers, and I did, our tomato sauce that we use here at the store. I have some grated Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. I've got some really beautiful ricotta, which is like my favorite thing in the whole world.
And what kind is it?
By Calabro, my favorite. And I have some nice shredded mozzarella. Now, like I said, it's what you put inside of the calzone that really counts. You could do this in a low-calorie way. You can use whole wheat dough. That's fine, too. I don't like whole wheat dough. I like it only if it's smothered in cheese.
Yeah,
Does that make sense? Yeah, okay.
I'm not even that crazy about a whole wheat pasta.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of whole wheat pasta either.
Yeah.
What'd
So
you put
here's
on
what
your
I'm
hands?
doing. I know that you guys are all looking at me like, what is she doing? She's oiling up her hands. I oil my hands up before I
back rubs?
touch dough. It's only because it's easier to deal with when you're pulling it out of the package.
That's
I'm only
so
going to show
smart.
you one because Elizabeth's, calzones are so much better for you, and I don't really want to tease everyone.
And so delicious. Let me just say
And
that.
they're delicious.
And they are delicious.
So I have 2 pounds of dough, right, with oiled hands, please, oiled hands, and oiled cutting board if you want. I mean, it doesn't.
So that just added another 100
That just-
calories.
yeah. Sorry. So I'm cutting this into 4 because I want to make 4 calzones tonight for dinner. And calzone, serves 1. You think, right? They're pretty big.
Yeah.
The ones you get at the restaurants are ginormous. They're the size of your head.
And you know what I noticed? The ones at restaurants, generally speaking, have a lot of dough.
Yeah.
And a lot less of the stuff on the
Right.
inside.
The ones at the restaurants, you can do pepperoni, meatball, sausage and peppers. You could do a million different kinds. But just really for all intents and purposes, this is a really fun activity to get the kids involved too. Like, I can just see every little kid at the table with their own little pile of dough and their own stuff in between and making their own, putting their names on it, carving out their names.
Sort of like
It's something
a
fun.
calzone bar.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
This is just
like
a
a
whole
salad bar.
This is like a whole nother dynamic. So, all right. So, what do you want in this calzone?
I'd say, well, if it were me,
Yeah.
it would be spinach and
Okay.
a little mozzarella
Spinach.
and some peppers
Mozzarella.
and
Some roasted
for me
peppers.
that would be about it.
Okay, so we'll make a vegetarian one.
Yeah, you make
so
a
also
vegetarian
very
one.
low in calories.
And that would be reasonable, except for that's white flour and and with the oil it's
Right.
it's pretty fattening. So you just like roll that right up.
That's it. You just kind of do like a little pie turn on it.
turnover almost.
Yeah, kind of.
It's
yeah,
a big turnover.
Now, like they make them fancier in pizza places. They have big, huge pies and peels that they put this on, and they do these beautiful artwork designs on them. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
we're not
it
doing
goes
it.
down the same way. Don't
Yeah.
worry. All right,
And it
so,
tastes the same. which
and it
is the
tastes
other
the
thing.
same way, and it's delicious, and it's got 5 zillion calories in it. You know why? Because they put this beautiful ricotta in it.
Right.
The ricotta that they do a beautiful ricotta mix that has like Parmesan cheese and mozzarella already in it. So that's the spread that they put at the bottom, which you know, I could eat this out of the carton. I love this.
Yeah, you know what I do with this, but I'll use the no-fat one. A little cinnamon, a little Splenda, and a little vanilla, and just stir it up and eat it like a dessert. And it's like 30 calories because it's just so low in calories.
Well, let me have I told you the story about my grandfather
No.
sending me to school?
No.
Okay, my grandfather used to send me to school. My grandfather back in the day owned the original Cavallos down on East Main Street, the third one. And they had dairy, you know, because back then they didn't have grocery stores like we do now, so they had a little bit of everything. So my grandfather had all the milk left over, so he would make his own regatta, okay? So he would take it out of the strainer warm, okay? So it was nice warm regatta, beautiful. He put it on half a loaf of Miletti's bread,
Wow.
sprinkle sugar on it, and look at me and go, here you go.
Here you go.
This
What
is
a great
for
man he
you.
was.
Yes. And you know what? Every time I see this, and every time I see like the bread coming out, I think automatically of my grandfather and those moments where he was making them. So it
And
was
that
great
would just
memory.
be a 3 o'clock snack.
No, that was breakfast. Are you kidding?
Oh, breakfast.
Yeah, that's how I went to school. Okay, so I rolled it all up, all nice and neat, and what I did was put it on a cookie tray. Obviously, you're going to be making a few more than one.
Why the parchment paper?
It just won't stick that way.
Okay,
But you wanna definitely vent it.
okay.
So you're gonna vent it, and then you're gonna put a little more olive oil on top.
And there's
that's it.
another 100 calories.
On this, you can also add cornmeal, which looks really nice and gives it a nice little crunch.
And
So,
I'm pretty sure that is one of the things that makes some Italian bread taste better than others.
that cornmeal, yeah. of
That
course. It's nice
cornmeal, I
little
don't know
crunch.
why, but it does.
So I'm gonna throw this in the oven for
Okay.
about 35 minutes until it's done, until it's beautiful and golden brown. And that's how you serve it. And in my family, that's how we eat it. And we probably would eat this with something else. So it wouldn't just be this.
This would be a side dish.
Yeah, this is a side tip. This is just something you put on the table.
And what do you suppose this is calorie-wise? Like,
With you, the one that you picked, you know, you have just vegetables and stuff in here. So you would look at something like this as being about 500 or 600 calories.
500 or 600 calories.
Yeah.
Let's keep that in mind.
500 or 600. Now, the ones that I've already made for you guys, those are a little bit more, and I'll go through those. Let me throw this in the oven really quick while you go over your ingredients.
All right. My ingredients are 1.5 cups of Calabro no-fat regatta, which is just delicious. I like it so very much. It's the only regatta we'll use, and I'm using 1.5 cups of that to make mine. We're using 1 cup of broccoli all cut up. You want to make it nice and small. We have chicken sausage, and the chicken sausage is 80 calories a sausage, so that would be 240 calories. And these are my favorite thing in the world, these wrappers, because you can do anything with them.
Anything.
What are those?
These are egg roll wrappers,
Yep.
but you could cook down some cabbage with a little soy sauce and make egg rolls, just baking them, just perfect. Now, all you have to do is you pull one of these out, just like this, not that hard. We're going to get our bowl, which I didn't have very close to me, and I'm going to put the regatta in there. I'm going to put the chicken in there. I'm going to put the broccoli in there, and I'm just going to, thank you, Lena.
How did you cook the chicken?
I just baked the chicken, really easy, can't make it any easier than the way I made it. You just bake it in the oven and then you just slice it up. But at 80 calories for this particular chicken sausage, which is delicious.
Chicken sausage.
Yeah, it's delicious. So you just blend it up as best you can till it's nice and blended.
It looks good.
It looks good, doesn't it?
I would want to put this on pizza.
And wouldn't it be good on pizza?
It would. You know what? Like instead of of course, there you go. You can use the same filling in this particular dough.
You could put this filling in lasagna.
This would be nice on a pita. baked
This
in
would
the
be
oven.
nice on a pita, baked in the oven, absolutely, without a doubt.
I'm getting
Okay.
hungry.
The real,
I know it's dinner time. That's why we're all starving now.
I know I'm making this and I'm thinking, it's all cooked, let me have a little bite.
A little grated Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, a little grated Parmesan cheese, that would add just so
Just
little.
a little bit.
Actually-
It's not like a Lena scoop.
Yeah.
Definitely not a Lena scoop.
Well, you know, Parmesan cheese is is a low-calorie cheese, really, and so it makes a big difference in how something tastes by using that. Okay, then all we're going to do is we're going to make just a little envelope with this. We're going to lay it down like that, and we're going to put a nice little serving on there like this, like that. Delicious. And it can't be any easier to make. You roll it up from the top, you push it over like that, you push it over like this, and you just roll it. Now look at that. I mean, that can't be any cuter. And
It's adorable.
It's adorable. I like it. Now look, just let me try to show you one more time.
Can I try it?
Yeah, why don't you try
Okay.
it?
So I'm taking it and I'm putting it lengthwise, right? Or square?
No, you're
I'm
gonna-
going like diamond
yeah,
shape. Okay,
diamond
so
shape.
diamond shape. And we're going to put a nice heaping spoonful because it's Alina spoonful.
Alina spoonful.
Whatever.
That's
Okay.
how she lost 83 pounds, by
Yeah.
putting heapings.
Okay, so we're going corner,
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 corner, and roll.
and roll.
Okay, so mine looks a little bit fatter, but I am a little bit fatter, so that's okay. So I guess mine would have a little more calories, but you know, it's still low in calories.
You know, for 150 calories, and you know, the thing about rogat is that it's very filling, and since you have the chicken, you have a good protein, so, you know,
you have your fiber with the broccoli.
Right.
You have your dairy. You have everything. So I think this is like one inclusive snack.
Yeah, and don't forget,
This is a snack, right?
No, this is
What?
going to be dinner. I'm telling
Oh.
you, you eat 2 of those, Lena, you'll be full.
Well, we'll try it.
No, you will be.
Okay.
And now let me tell you one more thing. You can also use spinach. You can use peppers. You can use red peppers. You can use chicken. You can use anything you wanted on this, except for you want to use the fat-free rogat, the Calibro one.
And the egg roll wrap.
And the egg roll wrappers, because they're so thin, but they're so delicious. So you get a lot of the inside. I notice when I have the a calzone from, you know, a pizza place, which I don't do at all.
Me neither.
I don't do it. You don't do it.
I do.
Robert, our cameraman, which we forgot to introduce.
Oh, I think everyone knows Robert.
Oh, they
by
know
now.
Robert by now. And so when I do that, I notice that I really kind of have to cut into it to, you know, get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Which, you know, the regatta, the broccoli, the sausage, whatever I'm getting in it.
This
So
has it all over the place.
you're
so
all
you're
in.
actually, no matter what bite you take, you're not getting dough. Is
you're
what,
not,
yeah.
you're not getting dough.
You're not getting dough.
And so that's
And you're not getting like dough, you know.
And yeah, so you're not getting
You're
dough.
not getting dough.
You're getting this.
Yeah.
Okay, then we take it and look how they look cooked. I
They
mean,
look
they're really very cute.
They are.
And with a salad, you can really have a nice dinner here.
So this is not a snack.
This is not a snack.
It's a
You
snack
know
for
what
me.
it is the thing about it is that rabat is filling. That's the thing.
It's filling.
It's
I don't
filling.
know. When I was a kid, it wasn't filling, but that's okay.
Yeah, I find it to be very filling. Every time I've ever made it for anyone, they, you know, like I'll make it for an appetizer. Like you need this for an
See,
appetizer.
and appetizers.
Yeah.
Not a meal, but that's okay. I know you're supposed to have this as a meal. It's perfect little portion size.
And then I'm just going to sprinkle a little of this on.
Beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, and I can't wait to try it.
And now look at that. How much better could it be than that?
Yeah, I know. How much better can it be? I
Well,
don't know, guys.
These are 150 calories a piece. So this is a 300 calorie dinner. With a salad, you could maybe make it another 100. So for 400 calories, you're getting a really beautiful dinner.
Okay, so I made you sausage and peppers,
Oh, thank you. That's just, you know, for somebody who eats the way I eat,
which is, it's a nice little, but you can see that there's a lot of dough in it. But
when I eat food that's really heavy like that, it actually affects me.
Does it?
Yeah, when we made that fettuccine alfredo, I had one bite, I had indigestion.
Did
Just
it?
like that. Oh yeah, that does look very
That's
good.
my husband. My husband Bobby loves meatball and pepperoni together, so I did one for him, which is meatball, pepperoni, and mozzarella. What else? I did a
how
few healthy
horrible.
ones. You'll be happy.
Oh, I'm very happy to hear
I
that.
did spinach with chicken, roasted peppers, and fresh mozzarella.
Oh,
which I
the
made
one that
right
I
there.
picked, actually.
Right, except you didn't put the protein in it, which
Yeah,
I was
that's
surprised
true.
because you usually grab the protein first.
Yeah, that's it. Because protein is filling.
Yes, protein's very filling. So if you eat with protein, you're sure. And now this was mine. This one's mine. Whatever. Don't judge. Anyway.
I'm not.
Anyway, this one here is mine. This one has sauteed broccoli with garlic and ragout, fresh mozzarella, and some roasted red peppers. So these are mine. So which one do you want to try?
I would like to try yours.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try yours.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'll cut you a piece of mine. I know it won't be a big piece, seeing that you don't eat very much of this stuff. There you go.
Okay. Don't
Let me
judge
go-
me.
I won't. Go ahead, go crazy. I would love to see that.
Oh my God, it's delicious.
Yeah,
It really
see?
is.
See, it is delicious.
But I'm not. But I really, having had these, I can't say that. You know, I can't say that it's good enough. It's good enough to not
to
have this
warrant
one.
the calories.
To
I
warrant
know
the
what you mean.
calories.
Okay, so I get to bite in. Because
Yeah.
it's calzone.
You know, this is finger food.
It's finger food for me.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
It's pretty darn good, isn't it, Lena?
I really like the chicken in that.
Yeah.
I really do.
This is the best chicken sausage I've ever had before, and it really does add a lot to it. And you know, you can use
Yeah.
hot pepper.
Mm.
You can use. You can do anything you want with this. It doesn't have it. And one of the things you mentioned was that you cooked the broccoli first with a little garlic
Yep.
and oil. I mean, that you could do that. You could cook your with a little tiny bit of olive oil. This broccoli that I used
Yep.
with a little garlic in it, and make it as fancy as you want.
Right.
And you know, Lena, you're right. This is a kid-friendly dinner.
Right. This is something to get involved with the kids and teach the kids all about nutrition and how to pick healthy foods instead of junk food. Like, I know a lot of moms who do like Friday night as pizza night. Well, why not make your own dough? I'm not saying all these crazy moms are going to be calling me now.
Yeah, right.
I don't have time for running around and making dough. Okay, well then go buy some dough and throw it together. Make it a family night. Family's so important.
Or use these wrappers.
Use these little wrappers. Use
Because
a
then they-
tortilla. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, you could use a tortilla.
Make a pizza night. I mean, it's so much fun, so much less expensive, perfect for families.
So, for us, we want to say thank you for joining us tonight and enjoy.
Enjoy.
How do you say it in Italian?
Buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
Love it.
Love it.